Good afternoon. So what are you learning from this training?
Yes.
You're taking down notes?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because you need those notes to remember how we can organize based from our first module to the second module and organizing your speech, getting to the point, and how you say it. These are important factors of your question and answer portion. So are you learning? Okay. So later you will see more on the practical side of this activity. So to continue our module on how to become an effective communicator, okay? So you were taught on how to organize your speech to get to the point of your subject and how you will say it. So this afternoon, you will be taught on how to deliver your speech in the form of your body, how your body speaks, and how your vocal variety works with your speech. So today, you will meet a very familiar face. He said he's the DTM or the driver of Toastmaster, but he is the national officer and also is a past president of Toastmasters International, El Presidente and El Presidente Toastmasters Club, and the immediate past Division A Director of Toastmasters International, District 75. So, ladies, let's all welcome Toastmaster Jimmy Sibao.
Hello, good evening. I was checking whether you're awake. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. So my job is to teach you how to move your body and how to project your voice. Now, last month I was asked to become a mentor of high school student to compete where? In Japan. Business plan. Wow. There are 4 of them that the Philippines sent them to Japan. And do you know what happened? Ask me what happened.
What happened?
They won the first place. Asia. Wow. Okay, my job right now is to simplify what you are going to learn today. Is it okay? The yung teacher will give you a student, we are going to give you tests. Yes or no? Right? But I'm going to give it even better. I'm going to give you the answer. Is it better?
Yes.
Is it better?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to give you the answer. Number 1, let's recap regarding the speaker a while ago. Let me recap in 2 sentences. Number 1, to be an effective communicator, you remember to use his. Keep it short and sweet. So now, as a communicator, your job is not to use high-polluting words, eloquent, no. Your job is to see to it that your message is understood by the audience. And number 2, what you should learn from our previous speaker is speak from the heart. Now, my topic is about let your body speak. Okay, let's do some body exercise. Contestant, raise your right hand. Right hand. Your right hand, okay, right hand, and tap the shoulder to the person on the right. On the right. Right, what's your right? Where's your right? And say, congratulations, you're a winner. Raise your left hand. Raise your left hand. Tap to the person to the left. And say, please brush your teeth. Okay. Are you awake?
Yes.
Do you like to see a magic?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to teach you about, you know magicians, right? They use movement without uttering a word. So now, what we're going to do is do a magic or illusion. I need 3 objects. 3 objects. Come on, ladies. 1, 2, 3. Put it here. 1, 2, 3. Come on, put 3 objects here. 1, 2. One more. What I'm going to do right now is I am going to guess which of the object you pointed. Kaya? Do you believe that I can do it? Okay, let's start. I need a volunteer. Volunteer. Come forward. Are you late? So number 15. My favorite number to number 16. Well, anyway, okay, I'm going about face, and you point to the object that you believe that you want me to guess. Okay? Game? Game? Game. Okay, please sit down. You know, the mind is great. You know, you have to. Correct. Tok naman. Another volunteer. Sino gusto? Another volunteer. Anybody want? Oh, you. Okay. You want me to go out of the room? I'll go to the toilet. Okay. Bathroom break. I'll go to the bathroom. Wait. I'll go to the bathroom. 30 seconds now. Oh, somebody's inside. Oops, to the dining room. Is it okay? Okay. You know, one thing about magicians is they use their body language to add suspense. Okay. Oh, you can sit down. Let me do some breathing. Oh, my Buddha. Okay. Correct? Yes! Actually, this is not magic, it's just an illusion. So now let's go to body speak. Body speak. So now my job is to, this is not my cell phone. Okay, is it for raffle? Okay, can you pick up your cell phone? Who owns the pen? Okay, how about the water? Okay. Okay, number one is body speak. You are given 30 seconds. 30 seconds. So I'll give you the tip on how you should do it. When they call your name, how would your neck? Your neck should be straight. Don't do like that. If you do like that, it means you are too arrogant. You look straight. This one should be 45. Okay. Number two, your stance. 1 foot forward, 1 foot backwards. Now, the question is, which foot should be forward? You have to determine which is your dominant foot. So if it is left, then left forward. If it is right, right forward. Now, there are some of you who are ambidextrity, meaning you are left and right-handed. So you can use any feet, no problem. Okay, next tip. Are you writing down the tip? Oh, we should write it down. These are very, very important. Next tip is, okay, movement. Okay, movement. A while ago, I saw somebody doing like this. Number one, don't be like a lamppost. What is a lamppost? Don't be a swing. You are not dancing. So how do you pace yourself? You pace yourself here, here, and here. Okay, pace yourself. Pace here, stop. Then you pace here, stop, and you pace there, stop. Although 30 seconds is not enough for you to pace, so straight na lang. Okay? Next, Next tip that I'm going to give you is, okay, face gestures. Gestures. A while ago, I heard that I want to be a valiant. Am I correct? Or I want to be a policewoman. Somebody said that? Who said that? I want to be a policewoman. You?
Yes, sir, before.
Yes, before. So, when you say here, I want to be a policewoman, what you should do, I want to be a policewoman with conviction, with passion. With passion. Don't say, I want to be a policewoman. You know, the audience would, there's no audience impact. I want to be a policewoman. Woman. Now, if you want to be a beauty queen, how should you say yourself? I am a, again, I am a gesture, okay? Now, gesture. How do you gesture? Number one, if you not, I think one of you have very good gesture. When you do gesture, you don't do here. You don't do like this. You are like Madonna. It's not like a prayer. Eh? Now, there are sometimes that you are nervous. Nervous, so what do? You put your hands here, correct? Don't do it, put on the side. Now, for mga gentlemen, if you notice, some of them will put it here, diba? If they're nervous, or something is itchy underneath. Oh, diba? So, okay, so try not to put your hands on your, put it on the side. If you are going to do movement, do bigger movement. I'm from the town of blank. I am a blank. So you open arms. Okay, try to put open arms. Now, our session right now is, it's not only I'm talking. If you have question, ask it now. Diba? What you, okay. Facial expression. Okay, I was with you during the first time when you were interviewed on the clubhouse, okay? Now, to show emotion is okay, but don't overdo it. Example, now, how do you show emotion, no? That the audience will be touched. So I go, I'll give you an example. I came from a poor family. Sad face, came from a poor family. But because I joined this contest, I'm going to win because of them. Nakuha ninyo? Sad to power. Okay? Your gesture is very important. Facial gesture is very important. I will give an example. I am very sad. I am sad. So you look at the sad face. Now, if you're happy, I'm happy. Where's my idol? Toastmaster Toots. In the ladies' room. No, he's there talking. Okay, so remember, face, mentor, he's my mentor and tormentor. Mr. Toots, can you wave your hands? Toastmaster Toots. The most handsomest guy next to me. Okay, are you getting that? These are all things to remember. Okay, the most important when you are in front is to, begins with the letter S. Smile. Okay, always smile. Very important. Okay, when you walk in front, you look at the eyes of the MC. Question. How do you look at the eyes of a person? How do you look at the eyes of a person? How do you look at the eyes of a person? Okay, do you want to know the secret? When you look at the person, you do not look at the eyes. You look at the forehead. Diba? You look at the forehead. Now, in terms of looking at the audience, do not be like a swing. So, the secret here is pacing. Pace, 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 pace. Nakuha ninyo? Always pacing. Because if you do it like that, baka mahilo ako dun sa inyo. Diba? Remember pacing. Next tip that I want to give to you is Is it clear?
Yes.
Clear as water, clear as mud. Clear as water, clear as mud. Water, only say water. The rest is clear as water or clear as mud.
Clear as water.
Okay. So now, my suggestion, if you notice kanina there were 4 beauty queens, have you noticed that when they smile, what is showing in their smile? Their teeth. Remember, show your teeth. Unless bungi ka. Wala naman, di ba? Now, let me give you another secret. Let's say you're in a bad mood. How do you make yourself smile? If you're in a bad mood. Galit ka, yung boyfriend mo. Diba? So in short, though, it will affect your presentation, right? The secret here is you have a ball pen, then do like that. Okay, then you smile. Okay? Those are tips that you should remember. Diba? Because it unlocks your muscles here. Are we clear on this, ladies? Okay, these are tips for your information. I teach body language. So what is body language? By the way you move, I can tell what you are thinking. And you know, a number of my students are women because they want to know whether their boyfriend loves them or not. I said, yes, I can teach you. Do you want me to teach you? Next time. Right now, you're here to win the crown. Next time. Tsaka na yung pag-ibig. Mananalo muna, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So, another thing that's very important is let your body move. Is be sure you have the energy. Ano ba? You have to have the energy. Be sure. Okay, a tip again. When you are going to have a test or contest, do you want to have a good grade in your test? Do you like the secret? When you have a test the next day, the secret there is do not study. Go to sleep early. Go to sleep early. Second tip, you want to win in anything? You want to know? Okay, everybody stand up. I mean the ladies. Ba't kayo pwede ni mama? Okay. Okay, everybody stand up. So, if you are going to a contest or you're going to a test, you do like this in the mirror. I'm going to win.
I'm going to win.
Just go. I'm going to win.
I'm going to win.
Yan. Okay, palakpak naman. Okay, sit down. Okay. Body gesture, I can only give you right now one secret. The secret there is confidence. So as Toastmaster Banjo said, when you are there, chest out. Diba? Show your asset. Even if you do not have an asset, just show it, okay? Remember, confidence counts because number one, if you believe that you're going to lose, you're going to lose. But if you're going to win, you're going to win. Diba? Remember that. Confidence counts. So now I finished body gestures. Okay. And I think a while ago a lady was doing like this. Diba? So was that? Okay. You know, there's a funny thing about body language when I teach. You know, Filipinos have a special body language. Anybody can tell me. I'm going to give her a gift. Do you know that the Filipino has a special language? Body language. Sige, I need an answer. Guess. Ganun? What? Mano. What? Okay. Kamot ng ulo. Anybody wants to guess from the back? You know, this is typically Filipino. Typically Filipino, anywhere you go. Okay, you want to know the answer?
Yes.
What? Okay. You know, I have a foreign friend that came over to the Philippines. They said, I like the Philippines. Why? So every time I ask for direction, they always like to kiss me. So in short, Filipino likes to samba yung bayambang. Diba? Now, in contest, no, you don't do that. Your gesture, okay, gesture never point. Use the whole hand. Okay, or don't do like this. Point. Okay, use the whole hands. Raise me. Okay, how do you know whether a guy or is a gay? Huh? How? Okay, how? The guys, when you say, "Can I see your nails?" When a gay say, now you know. So next you tell your boyfriend, "Oh, kamusta yung nails mo?" Yeah. Okay. Are you getting all the notes? Oh, okay, let's go to voice variety. Since you have 30 seconds, I would make it very simple. Make sure that when you are in front of the audience at the mic, you speak loudly, audibly, that people can understand. That's the most important. Remember, the important thing is you project your voice that everybody can understand. How would you like if I stand here? My name is James. Can you hear me? But if I say, my name is Jimmy Sibauco, better? Remember that, don't forget that your volume of voice is very important. Now, pitch in high or low. Anybody of you have high pitch? So if your pitch is high, try to control your pitch. Mataas. Okay, next is rate. Rate means gaano kabilis ang salita ninyo. When you are in front and the MC asks you a question, do you think you should answer immediately? Raise your hands. Yes or no? Who said you should answer immediately when they ask a question? Raise your hands. Okay, stand up again. Stand up, ladies, stand up. Who among you agree that when the question is asked, you should answer immediately? If you believe it is the answer, sit down. Okay, so please sit down and give yourself a big round of applause. In Toastmasters, during contest, when a question is asked, you are given time to pause and think. You are given time to pause and think. So when you are given the question, do not answer immediately. Smile. Smile, smile, smile. While you're thinking for the answer. That's a secret. Because it gives you time for you to organize what you want to tell the people about. Ulitin natin, when you're going to be asked a question, pause muna. Pause. Okay. Next. I'm out of. Okay, any question? Ladies, don't be shy. This is a, yes, no, everybody shy like me. You know, in order to win, no, you should not be shy. Dapat maging walang hiya ka. Ay, no, mali. Dapat you should be outgoing, or in English, another word is extrovert. Again, I said for you to win a contest, you need, begins with letter C. Confidence. And when a question is asked, you must have confidence to answer. Whether it is right or wrong, it doesn't matter. Okay. Next is the most important. If you notice that during the contest, the announcer says, and the winner is, what happens? Do they mention the winners immediately? There is a pause. Why pause? Because the pause increases the suspense. Example, I want to be a policewoman. Diba mas suspenseful? Or you say, I want to be a policewoman. Wala nang suspense eh. I want, then pause, then you tell. Okay, remember, use pause. It's very important. If you notice that in any contest, they never announce the winner immediately. Yes? Then we say, drums roll. Diba? So there's suspense. Use pause as your weapon for your presentation. Okay? Use pause for your presentation. So now, ladies, I have given you the tips on body language and vocal variety. Now, the question is, how do you use what I've taught you? Very simple. It's 3 P's. Tatong P yan. What is the first P? Presentation. Preparation. Medyo tama na. Practice. What's the second one? Punch. You punch. Pause. Galing. Derin eh. Wow. Prayer. That is okay, Toastmasters. The 3 is very important. So the 3 is practice, practice, practice. You know, you can never be a good communicator overnight. You have to practice. If you have a mobile phone, cell phone, there is a voice recorder. Use that as a tool to help you listen to yourself. Okay? Okay? Diba kayo? Bakit umiyak ka? Do you want me to show you do you want to show the illusions again? Of how I pick? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, any candidate, any volunteer? Anybody wants to volunteer? Sige. Okay, why don't you get 3 objects from different people? 3 objects. Baka may watch doon, sing-sing. Pwede rin. You watch, sing-sing. O cellphone. Paper. Okay. So now, wait. Sige, raffle natin ha, mamaya. If I did not guess it, I will raffle it. Okay? About facial expression. Okay, please take a seat. I need a volunteer to pick one of the objects. Any one of you. You, okay. I'll just go here to Toastmaster Sam. Then you tell me it's ready or not. Okay? Pick. You're gonna pick. Okay, or just point.
Just point. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you pointed already? Okay. What did I say? If I did not get the correct answer, I get the cell phone. Yes, I did? Okay, so you better hope that I get the right answer. Praise. Okay. This one. You know, sometimes you know magicians will do some OA. What's OA? Overacting. Just to heighten the... Why are you smiling? This is the one that she picked. Am I correct?
Yes.
Palapag naman. Thank you, and I hope you learned the tips. So this is your cell phone, unless I want to raffle it. That's a lot. Okay, thank you very much, and next to the Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you very much.
Oh, wait. I get myself phone, baka ma-raffle.
Hello? So there, ladies, you've learned how to deliver your speech using your body language and vocal variety. So I hope that you'll be able to apply this together with the first module on the second module in organizing your speech. Get to the point and what? What? How you say it. Okay? We will ask you to take notes because we want you to remember all of this because this is what you will be applying. Okay? So it's not easy for you to just remember it and may forget it later or even pagkaalis nyo dito sa lugar na to. So we want you to take note because at this time, this is going to be where the practical side of what they have taught you and apply it. So for this third module, the topic will be how to do impromptu speaking. You're familiar, I'm sure. Okay, the question and answer is an impromptu speaking. Okay, and our presenter or our facilitator, and in Toastmasters, we call him the table topic master. And to give us the module for today, let's welcome Toastmaster Sam.
Good afternoon, yeah. What do you say when you have 30 seconds? If you've been asked to say something, to point out something, to make a point in 30 seconds, what would you say? Just 30 seconds. Napakahirap, di ba? Everyone, almost everyone trembles when they are asked to accomplish this. 90% of people are afraid to deliver public speeches. Maraming nagko-collapse. Okay? So, our training now is how to do it easy. Now, let's first establish what is impromptu speaking, okay? It is the ability to speak off the cuff without preparation and without notes, okay? Without preparation and without notes, the topic given to you. What is the most challenging factors when it comes to impromptu speaking? What is the common complaint we usually heard from our friends when we asked them to deliver impromptu speeches? They are not prepared. Sabi nila, wala akong masabi. Yeah? So basically, is even before speaking, may problema na sila. Okay? Let's put it this way. Their problem is not about speaking. First, their problem is thinking. How to generate ideas. Di ba? Hindi mo pa problema yung sasabihin, yung pagsasalita. Ang problema mo, nakalimutan mo ang pangalan mo. Okay? So, in public speaking, these are the patterns, or we call it formula. You need to be familiarized with in generating, hindi sa speaking, in generating your ideas and organizing them. Okay? How to generate. Kung paano muna mag-isip. Okay? Hindi muna yung sasabihin mo hindi yung actual na pagsasalita mo. It's how to generate. Kasi nga, nangyayari yan, nakakalimutan nyo ang pangalan nyo. Okay? So, I listed here 7, but there are more patterns that are on the books. Okay, but let's discuss the first 7. Attention, interest, desire, action, idea. You need to give a point. You need to give a reason, you need to sign example, and you need to point again. And who, what, when, where, why, who. What about those matters discussed this thing? Who, what, where, what. Para yun yung sinanay nyo, sinasabi niya, ano yan? Ano yan? Ano yan? Sasabunutan na kita! Di ba? Mabasa nyo? You could, when your mother said, ano yan, at nagalit na siya, somehow, naalala niyo yung sasabihin niyo. Okay? You will also past, present, future, balance opinion, or basically, you're trying to compare things. Describe a process. I guess you know this one. Relationship. This is not about relationship with you guys. And state an opinion and elaborate, justify. Let's talk about Ida. When you want, when your asker or your MC asks you something in which you need to do an action, use this approach. Ida or manang Ida. Okay? Ida, remember the first word, attention. You need to raise attention. It should be attention grabbing opening. How would you say, how would you come up with attention grabbing? Attention. Shall I say na you're being offered employment or you're applying for employment. What's your attention grabbing statement? Would you say, I live in Bayambang near Bautista and Basista? Is that enough statement to grab the attention of your potential employer? You need also to perk up their interest. Their interest with the proposition idea. The word proposition. When you say proposition, what you're saying is, parang yung proposition, normally we associate that with the marketing. When you say proposition, you cite the benefits. Okay? You cite advantages. Okay? When you cite advantages, you get the attention. Okay? You get the attention, you get the interest. Ano mangyayari? Makikinig siya sa inyo. Help them with this technology. You need to sustain the desire of the audience. And you need to make a call to action. What you want to happen. Okay? What you want to happen. And you know what? Does action make a call to action? Remember that normally that is your conclusion. Okay? So when you try to apply this formula or pattern, you can come up with the details or words you want to say. Okay? So how it works? Sell yourself to employer. Or as I was saying, if we just say, I live in Bayambang near Calasero Basista, that would not be attention grabbing statement. So you need to be better than that. We could probably say, you could probably say, efficiency is a combination of many critical factors. These factors are all in me. In short, I am Miss Efficiency. So, will your potential employer look at you? Yes. Kasi first is, when you say, I am Miss Efficiency, you're trying to establish your aggressive. You're trying to establish that you're assertive. And if you're an employer, you like those qualities, okay? And the value is efficiency. Efficiency is a very rare value nowadays. Many people can go work, but they are not efficient. So when you choose the right word, efficiency, iba ang dating kasi I know how to work. You need to interest. How do you raise the interest? You could say, I am a self-starter, systematic, goal-oriented. In short, I have a good attitude. In addition, I have a good skills in communications and quality. So basically, it's just four words lang yan. It will be powerful, okay? Third, you start the desire. So you probably say, nowadays you need a reliable staff who knows how to interface with your clients, who can make things done. So bumibilib din yung employers ngayon. So anong gagawin nyo? Next, isara nyo na. Close the call, sabi nila. What do you want to happen? What do you want to happen? You are selling yourself to your potential employer. What would you want to happen? Of course, you want to be hired, right? So, say this. Hire me now, or else missed opportunity will fly out of the window. So, you were able to give your message. Your message is to hire. Okay? Your message should be clear that you want to be hired. Okay? That's how this IDA is applied. Okay? You need to get attention, interest. You need to put out the information that will maintain their desire. And you need to tell what you want to do. That is the action. Okay? Formula lang yan. Okay? When to use this? When you are told, when you want something done. Okay? That's the one. That's the formula. So, when you have this kind of statement, putting it all together, sabi nga natin kanina, ang pinakamahirap na gawin is ideas. And yet, by using that formula, you can come up with these words. And if you say this word, I will tell you, you will qualify for the 30 seconds. Okay? Sorry again, where's my son? Where is it? That's good. You turn off the So the next one would be another formula or template will be point. Then you need to give a reason. Now, to back up that reason, to justify that reason, you need to give an example. And again, you need to raise a point again. Ulitin nyo siya. Okay? And remember this, among the pattern that I will be telling you, this is the easiest pattern to apply. And this is the easiest pattern to apply. Use this when you are in you're asked for a situation or a quotation. Okay? There's a possibility that you will be asked to explain a quotation. Use this. When you were asked a question or a topic. Okay, here's the example. How to use this pattern. Sorry. You open it by stating a point. Then second, in the body of the topic, you outline reasons for stating this point. Okay, so it means Dali lang, ha? Again, what I'm discussing right now is how just to generate ideas. This is not the actual talking or speaking, okay? It is just how to generate ideas. Kasi nga lagi kayo ng vlog lang po. Okay? Rice.
Can you just continue even without the video? We can use the
There's here, no?
Okay.
Notes here if you want.
Sit down, okay? It's coming, okay? Right. So start coming, right? So if in the body of your statement or topic, you outline reasons for stating this point. And third is illustrate with examples. Okay? You give an example to back up that thought, that reason. And third is your conclusion. Ulitin nyo ulit sila, reinstate the point you made. So here's the example of how it works. Okay? First, you need to raise a point. First is, Malta is a wonderful holiday destination. That is a point. And what is the next reason? So you need to give a reason. It is a country rich in history and offers an abundance of activities for travelers. What's the next? You need to give an example, right? So churches date back to Central era catacombs. An air raid shelters date back to the Second World War. Bastions date back to St. John Nice. You could take a dive at one of the many wrecks or take a dip in one of many beautiful endless activities. That example. And the next point is, you need to point again. Point. Of course, these are just some of the things Malta has to offer. It really is a wonderful holiday destination. As I was telling you, this is the easiest and more commonly used pattern. This is what Toastmasters was telling the who, what, when, where, why, and how. Sometimes how. Or they call it 5 W's, 5 W's and how. How do you come up with the details of your statement? Is you just ask who, you just ask who, what, you just ask when, you just ask where and why. And by the time you're done with that questions, you will come up with this statement. Now let's dissect how did we arrive with that statement. Who? The statement that is who is the mother. What? It cooks dinner. Where? In the kitchen. When? Today. Why? Because we're too tired. So let me put that back again. This is another topic. Is a dog. Let's say you have your topic is a dog. So using the same pattern again, you say who was involved? You would say I or me. What was given? Dog. Why? Why it was given? What is my birthday? When it was given way back in 2015, how was it given as a present? So basically, by exploiting these 5 W's, you could come up with ideas. And that's how it looks like. Okay? Pag pinagtutong-tutong na natin. Okay? What, when, where. Anong kaya tanong lang dyan, okay? Remember yung sinasabi ko sa keyword is yung pag sinasabi ng pattern nyo na, bakit, parang galing yun. Okay? And the good thing about this pattern is, it can provide you with a lot of details. Because the questioning, it will force you to think, it will force you to think deeper. And as a result, if you think deeper, you will come up with a lot of details, you will come up with a lot of words, and that would be good for you because as I was telling you, ang problema dito sa atin is you cannot come up with words at all. Di ba? Nablablaan po tayo and this formula will give you a lot of details. So next one is past, present, future. Now, this kind of pattern is very applicable if your question is about telling a story. And if you are asked what happened to you when you were a kid, when you were a child, this is a very good pattern. Use it when your answer can be framed on a timeline or when you have 3 points to compare. The 3 points is the past, the present, and the future. So let's apply it. I finished high school in 1992, that is past. From there, I took a number of jobs which led me to undertake a university degree which I hope to finish this year, present. After that, I look at my options but will more than likely to finish studying for a while. So, this is also easy pattern, okay? This is a very handy for all of you, I believe. Past and present. This is another example where you could use that past, present, and future. Okay, digest it, okay? It is, past, yung present, or future. You could mix it all, okay? But you need to be careful with your grammar. Compare. This is a easy approach also. It's comparison. You need to compare the advantages and disadvantages of particular action. Let's say I have 2 dogs. Okay? One I name Pacman, and the other one I name Jumbo. 2 dogs. I need to compare. Pacman is a small, hairy, curly dog. He's sweet. He behaves properly. Jumbo is a big dog, a Dane type dog. He is as big as a little cow. So when he goes around, people look at him with interest. He has a very short hair. He doesn't take bath often. If I had, okay, so I compare dog, and if I need to do conclusion, I would say, if I had to pick up one dog that I can take care of for the next 5 to 10 years, I need to choose Jumbo because he is economical when it comes to water, and he doesn't take a bath like me. Okay? So that's how you compare. Describe a process. I guess this would be easy, right? So when someone asks you to, how would you describe your cash withdrawal from the ATM booth? How would you say that? So we say, first, a queue up or a line. A queue up, then we will have next. When it's my turn, I go to the ATM booth. Then I pull out my ATM card. Check it whether it corresponds to the right bank. Then I insert it to the ATM machine. Then voila, the cash comes out. Then I print the balance so I would know how much money I have left. Then I go home. So that's easy. You need to describe the steps of each process. And I tell you, this is again most commonly used. Very applicable. Okay. Next, please. Relationship, that is cause and effect, and also the problem and solution. Problem and solution. Let's. Hello. Forward. So let's go to the impromptu speaking tips. Okay. First, what would happen if you went black out? When I say blackout, it doesn't mean power failure or simple. Okay, it's just a temporary loss of memory. What will you do? First is you buy time. If you went blackout prior to you going on stage, hindi masyado problema yun. Okay? You need to compose yourself. Take a deep breath. If looking at the notes will comfort you, do it. Okay? But the common solution would be take a deep breath. Okay? Kasi nawawalan tayo ng hangin sa utak. Our concentration is how to answer. We are too concentrated. Sometimes we forget to inhale. Okay? Nakakalimutan natin huminga. So, next is repeat the last line. If during your delivery, somehow you forgot your line, what would you do? Would you go back to the very start? You should not do that because you have only 30 seconds. So remember the last line and continue from there. Again, do not go back to the very start. You don't have time to do that. Third, what would happen if somehow nasyak kayo? Okay? Nasyak kayo, you don't know what to say. What would you do? Well, say anything. Say anything. If you say, I have a good choice, that's better than being shocked and remaining silent. But you need to do it confidently. Okay? You need to do it confidently. Yung mukhang alam mo yung answer. Mukhang alam mo yung answer. Baka, ito, ang point dito is, what if kung yung judge is hindi nakikinig? Diba? Kung nakita niyong confident ka, baka bigyan ka ng points. Another, please, shut up and smile. Okay? Kumbaga, wala kang maisip. Nakalimutan mo pangalan mo. Anong gagawin mo ngayon? Di ba? Someone did that this morning, and that was a proper one. Nag-smile kayo. Baka naman, hindi nyo na nasagot. Okay? Masama pa ang loob nyo. Huwag nyo ipakita masama ang loob nyo. Di ba, nagkasalanan nyo yan? Okay? At pag smile kayo, good smile, hindi yung smile ni Mr. Bean. Hindi yung Mr. Bean smile. Next, please. You don't have to start speaking immediately. It was explained earlier. Avoid saying thank you. Why saying thank you is not advisable? Because you have very limited time. Why say thank you? Say something. Okay? You have 30 seconds to say your please. Why say thank you? First, in Toastmasters, the speakers do not say thank you. It is the audience or the MC who would say thank you. Okay? Next, please. Put the nervousness and nervous energy to work for you by using it to add excitement to delivery. Nervousness will either break your performance or make you weak. Use it to drive yourself to victory. Okay? Huwag kayong manginginig. Magharakiri kayo. Sabi nga nila yan, magharakiri kayo. Sumugod! Okay? Sugod! Baka yung pagkasugod nyo, sabi nila natakot na pala sila. See? Di ba? Natakot lang sa boses mo. So basically, sugod! Pag don't tremble. Huwag nyo ipakita na nag-nervous kayo. Sugod. Kaya sa sinasabi nila, diba? Laban tayo. Maganda yun. Okay? The next, please. Prepare yourself for the casual conversation. Now, there are MCs who would ask you casual conversation, who would ask you casual questions, as you say, like, how are you? Are you the LS or not? You need to familiarize the answers for that. Those are very basic. Okay? Baka sabihin nyo na bigla kayo tatanungin sa yung proper question. No. Why will MC do that? Normally, it is to comfort you. Pag nakikitang nervous na kayo, he will talk to you. Okay? Ang mahira is, what's your name? Sabi niya, how do you call you? Sabi niya, I don't know. Sabi mo, hindi ganon, okay? Next, while the asker is reading his question, look at him on the eyes and focus on what he is saying. Here's the trouble. I saw one thing in a beauty contest. We went to the States, and dito yung nagtatanong, I said, he is too immersed, smiling. So tapos na yung question, hindi niya narinig. Okay? Okay? We call it parallel work or multitasking. Stop the multitasking, okay? Your projection takes a lot of nerves, and also your answering needs also another energy. You focus all your energy to the question. Hindi yung panalo ko nga sa smile, hindi mo natin yung question. Okay? So, what you should be doing is look at the mouth of the MC. Kung tinatanong niya yun, maintindihan niyo yung sinasabi niya. Kaysa yung sa mukha lang. Okay? If you notice, yung mga, yung BB, di ba? By mouthing, even without words, we could understand it. Okay? We could understand it. So look at the mouth while your questions is being asked. Okay? Tandaan nyo yan. Lagi ko nakikita yan yung mali mistake nyo na nakasmile kayo masyado. I would tell, hindi kayo nakikinig masyado. Okay? Next, English over the Philippine. My son has already, he's my son. Okay? Son has already addressed that. But let me let me add on that. English or Filipino? Well, it depends on you. It depends on you. If you could explain your thoughts clearly in English, I tell you, the judges will reward you with a lot of points. Okay? Let's be honest. This is an English nation, in theory. When it comes to beauty contest competition, English is the language. Now, what would happen if you could not explain yourself? What would happen if you cannot explain yourself? Well, it's better for you to use Filipino. Okay? Rather than make a mess of yourself, pagtawanan kayo, use Filipino. It doesn't mean you are not smart. It doesn't mean you are not intelligent. The Japanese, most Japanese do not know English. Doesn't mean they are not good communicator. Doesn't mean they are not smart. How come they are very rich people? How come they are very progressive? They cannot be progressive if they are not good communicator. They are. They don't know English, yun lang. But they are good communicator. The Q&A measures your communication skills. And that skills can measure through the use of Filipino. Okay? Here is one point that you need to do. If you are to use Filipino, do not decide while you are on stage. That's what happened to Miss Medina. If you notice, he's quite ambivalent. He has an interpreter. So, she was planning to use Filipino. At the last minute, doon siya nasira. You know, you don't bring up interpreter if you were not planning to use Filipino. What's the use? Okay? Suddenly, she changed her decision, nayari siya. So what's the point? If you are to use Filipino, even before you go to that stage, even before you go to that plaza, you should decide to use Filipino. Panindigan nyo. Okay? Wala 50-50. That's the trouble with Maxine Medina. Okay? You could see her intention. She brought an interpreter. Ano gagawin niya? Of course, Filipino. Why change your decision at the last minute? That was her undoing. Okay? Next. Expect someone to care on you. I learned from this experience. When I compete in humorous contests, I did not expect for kantiyaw. Ano nangyari? Before I utter my first word, may pumalakpak. Ang problema, walang pumapalakpak sa akin. Nawala yung i-memorize ko. Okay? Nawala. Dahil hindi ako sanay na palakpakan eh. Bigla nung contest na, may pumalakpak, may humiyaw. Point is, try to expect someone caring on you. Kakantyawan ka. At ito ang gawin niyo sa tell your friends or your families while you're practicing, from time to time, they need to cheer on you. They need to distract you. Okay? You need to get yourself used to unwanted noises. Okay? Yung kantyaw na yan, maraming nangyayari dyan. Maraming nangyayari. Next please. Be honest. You need to be honest to be seen as realistic. Okay? There's no such as perfect. Okay? Judges knows that. Judges know that. No one is perfect. Perfect. Judges perfect. They call it. Being perfect is a boring thing. Next, please. Practice pageant questions. Well, anything. Skills. How do you improve skills? Do you do that by answering question only in your mind? No. You need to speak out loud. Okay? You need to test whether your mental capacity can control your tongue. Because sometimes, what you think sometimes doesn't come out of your mouth. So you need to practice, practice, practice. Okay? And practice needs repetition. Hindi yung nag-practice ka once lang. You can never improve your skills by practicing once. Okay? The more you practice, the better you become. Do not memorize how you are going to answer. It was already mentioned. But the reality is, when I was new to Toastmasters, you know what I'm doing? I memorized every words, including period. Okay? I memorized every grammar. And you have only 2.5 few seconds to come up with the idea. How would you do that? Memorize every words? Even grammar? No. It's like going to, shall I say, you want to go to Bulinaw. Will you memorize every street, every barangay? No. Just memorize 4 towns. Perhaps you could memorize San Carlos, you could memorize Lingayen, you could memorize Swal, you could memorize Alaminos, then Ipao, then you will find Bulinaw. This holds true also with impromptu speaking. You need to memorize 3 or 4 words. Okay? Don't bother yourself with grammar. If your problem is grammar, hugas ka na. Okay? Because what your focus should be on message, not the words, your message. Dada ka lang dada, malapit na words, hindi mo naman yung purpose. Remember, Rice was telling you need to determine or think of the purpose of your speech. Once you know the purpose, alam mo na. Kung maliligo ka ba o mamamasyal, alam mo na yan, di ba? Kung maliligo ka o mamamasyal o magsisine. Then, along those actions, you need to think 4 words. Anong town ba yung pumunta mo? Okay? 4 words or 3 words lang. Okay? You need to train yourself to develop ideas or speech by just thinking 3 to 4 words. Again, keep shining, ladies. Thank you. Next.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sam. So I hope you gained more tips on how to answer your questions. So today, since you were taught the speech patterns, and we were keep on insisting about only answering in 30 seconds. Okay, what we will do now is an application. We will break you to 4 groups. All our facilitators or our Toastmasters will be assigned to 4 groups, to 1 group, and they will have their own, you will conduct your own table topic session. So they will teach you, again, remind you how to use the pattern. They will give you some questions, and then you will answer. Then, we will work on for 15 minutes or so. Yeah, we'll work first on 15 minutes para ma-practice nyo, okay, how to answer the Q&A using the table topics and especially the patterns. After which, babalik uli kayo dito, and then we will do a general table topic session where we will have our host again, you will draw a question, and you will answer. Later, we will have a timer to time you for only 30 seconds. And by the way, since this afternoon, you are also being evaluated, your speeches were listened by our counter. So who is our counter? Charlene and President Kathy. The counter they are counting your word fillers like repeated words so, and later she will give that report. So how many us, how many ers you have. Because these are very important in your speech that you have to take out. You have to be conscious that you have to remove all these filler words because that is not good. The filler words are used to buy your time, but that is not good for you to say when you think of the word that you want to say. So she will give that report to you. Okay, so can I ask you to count 1 to 4, 1 to 4? Okay, so all ones here, twos, threes, and 4. You are 1. Okay, all group 1 will go to Toastmaster Mikel. There, all number 2s. Oh, Toastmaster, group 2 is Toastmaster Toots.
Group toots.
Group Toots. Group 3 is Toastmaster Sam. And group 4, Toastmaster Jimmy and Choir. I know you're the counter later but you can join any group you like. Okay, you can put your group to circle or you can stand. We will have now the mini table topic session.